Welcome to the Militia Gaming Community. I'm Trigger, and this video is all about the 911 Strassenversion, the brand new Porsche Hypercar in the Crew 2. Let's go! So in this video, I'm trying something a little bit different. Instead of just showing you the car and the customization options and then driving it around for a bit and giving you a short first impression, I want to give you a more technical look at this car by diving into the stats, giving you the Pro Tune, and testing it against other cars to see just how fast it is. My testing method is to drive this car on the hypercar race called Beachz. This race is a very balanced race. It showcases a lot of different types of driving that you're going to need for the rest of the courses in the hypercar class, like long straights, tight cornering, regular city shortcuts, and off-road shortcuts. I also test without Nitro Chemist. Let's start with the stats. These will change depending on which parts you put on the car and how you arrange the Pro settings. So with my build, the Strassenversion has a top speed of 279. It has 1,030 horsepower, 2.13 0 to 60, 8.5 quarter mile, 1.61 lateral Gs, and 17.45 yards of brake distance when you go from 60 down to 0. Its 0 to 60 is quite good. It's faster than cars like the Bugatti La Voiture Noire, Pagani Zonda, and the Koenigsegg Agera R, among others. In addition to that, it has a power to weight ratio of around 44%, which is the highest I've seen in the Crew 2 so far. Granted, I haven't tested all of the cars yet, so take that comment with a grain of salt. It feels like a super fast car. It feels nimble and responsive, quick to accelerate, and I was able to put up a time of 2:57.840 on my test course, the Bronx. If you compare that to the Bugatti Divo that I ran at 2:54.234, it's actually not bad, and I think on courses with less straights, the Porsche could be the new meta. Courses like Hollywood, for example, I'm already seeing some top times with the Strassenversion. I have to say that I'm very impressed by this new hypercar. Let's take a look at the Pro settings that I'm using. Aero distribution on this car is perfect for me. The back end stays planted to the ground in the corners, and it doesn't feel like it's oversteering, so I think 4 is perfect. If you want more oversteer, you can move that to the right, but keep in mind the rear wheels will get a little bit loose in the corners. The gearbox definitely needs to stay at 10, along with the tire grip and brake power. Next is the suspension. I prefer a very stiff suspension on my builds. You'll notice most of the time I move the suspension up in order to make it super stiff. For hypercar racing, it is definitely important to stiffen it up a bit. Also, with almost all street and hypercars, I drop the camber to 0. And for this particular hypercar, the ARB or anti-roll should be either 9 or 10. I would soften this up a bit if the course is really bumpy or you have a lot of shortcuts that require off-road or curb jumping. Alright, the bottom line on this car is that it's fast, and I would definitely recommend it for PvP and courses that are tighter with less high-speed straight sections. It's not great off-road, it does not have the same weight as the Bugattis or the Regera. So I would use it in races and sections that are mostly street-oriented. It definitely suffers and slows down a lot when you take shortcuts off-road. Alright, that's it for this one, guys. Let me know if you have any questions about this video or any of my videos. My DMs are always open on Instagram and Twitter. Shout out to the Militia subs. I will catch you on the next one. Trigger out.